Every great technology boom in history began with exactly the same sentence. This time is different. People said it about railroads. They said it about electricity. They said it about the internet. And today they're saying it again, this time about artificial intelligence. But here's the strange part. History shows that those 4 words have often appeared right before reality returned. Every generation believes it has discovered the technology that will change everything. And eventually one of them is right. Railroads transform nations. Electricity transformed civilization. Automobiles transformed mobility. The internet transformed communication. Artificial intelligence may very well transform the way humans work. That isn't the mystery. The mystery is why markets keep making the same mistake. Because every technological revolution creates 2 different stories. The first story is about innovation. The second is about expectations. And those 2 stories rarely move at the same speed. People often confuse the 2. And that's where bubbles begin. Not because the technology is fake, but because investors start believing that every company connected to it must inevitably become enormously valuable. History says otherwise. Let's go back to the late 1990s. The internet was real. Nobody doubts that today. It transformed commerce, communication, entertainment, finance, education, almost every part of modern life. The technology won. But here's what many people forget. Most internet companies didn't. Thousands disappeared. Investors lost billions. Not because the internet failed. Because expectations became detached from reality. Companies with no profits, sometimes no products, and occasionally no business model at all, reached extraordinary valuations. Every startup seemed destined to become the next giant. Every website looked revolutionary. Every investor feared missing out. And fear can be just as powerful as greed. That distinction matters, because history rarely punishes innovation. It punishes certainty. Artificial intelligence is different from the internet in many ways. The technology is already producing real value. Companies are saving time. Scientists are accelerating research. Developers are writing software faster. Doctors are improving diagnostics. The productivity gains are tangible. And that's precisely what makes today's situation so fascinating. Every bubble in history began with something genuine. Railroads were real. Electricity was real. The internet was real. Artificial intelligence is real. Which means asking whether AI is real completely misses the point. The better question is this: are financial expectations growing faster than economic reality? And that's exactly where history becomes interesting. Because markets don't simply invest in today's profits. They invest in tomorrow's dreams. The problem is that dreams are almost impossible to price. Financial markets don't price the present. They price the future. Every stock price is a prediction, a bet, a collective belief about what tomorrow might look like. And that's where things become dangerous. Because the further investors try to look into the future, the more imagination begins replacing certainty. The most valuable companies in the AI race aren't simply being evaluated on today's revenue. They're being valued on what investors believe they could become 5, 10, even 20 years from now. That optimism can create extraordinary wealth. But it can also create extraordinary expectations. And expectations have a habit of outrunning reality. This has happened before. Again. And again. Not because people were irrational, but because they underestimated one simple truth. Every technological revolution takes longer than investors expect. Technology companies don't sell only products. They also sell stories. Stories about the future. Stories powerful enough to attract investors. Talent, media attention, customers. Sometimes those stories become self-reinforcing. The more people believe, the more capital flows in. The more capital flows in, the faster companies expand. The faster they expand, the stronger the narrative becomes. It's a feedback loop, not necessarily dishonest, not necessarily intentional, simply human, because people love certainty, especially during moments of rapid change. And AI offers something incredibly seductive. The belief that the future has already arrived. History suggests something very different. The future almost never arrives exactly as expected. One of the strangest patterns in technological history is that the biggest winners are rarely obvious at the beginning. During the railroad boom, many railroad companies disappeared, but industries built around transportation exploded. During the internet revolution, thousands of websites vanished. Yet companies that quietly built infrastructure became giants. Cloud computing, digital payments, online advertising, logistics. History rarely rewards the loudest excitement. It often rewards the companies building the foundation, which raises an uncomfortable question. When people talk about AI, what exactly are they investing in? The applications? The models? The infrastructure? The chips? The electricity? Or simply the excitement itself? Because those are very different investments, and history has a way of separating them. That's one of the hardest lessons financial history continues to teach. Innovation and investment success are not the same thing. So is artificial intelligence a bubble? The honest answer is that nobody knows. And anyone claiming certainty should probably be viewed with caution. But perhaps that's the wrong question. History suggests that revolutionary technologies almost always survive. What changes is who benefits. Railroads survived. The internet survived. Electricity survived. Artificial intelligence will almost certainly survive. The uncertainty isn't about the technology. It's about expectations, about valuations, about timing, about competition, about who captures the value once the excitement fades. Because eventually every revolutionary technology becomes ordinary. Electricity stopped being exciting. The internet stopped being exciting. Cloud computing stopped being exciting. One day AI probably will too. And that's when the real winners become visible. History has a strange way of repeating itself. Not because the same technologies return, but because human behavior rarely changes. Every revolutionary invention creates the same cycle. Curiosity, excitement, investment, competition, speculation, disappointment, then normality, and finally transformation. That's the part people usually forget. The headlines disappear, the hype fades, the stock market moves on, but the technology quietly reshapes the world anyway. Very few people remember the companies that built the first railroads. Everyone remembers what railroads made possible. Very few people remember hundreds of dot-com startups. Everyone remembers what the internet became. Perhaps artificial intelligence will follow the same path. Not because history repeats itself, but because human expectations do. Most investors ask the same question. Which company will win? It's an understandable question. But perhaps it's the wrong one. History suggests that predicting the biggest winner is incredibly difficult. Very few people predicted Amazon. Very few predicted Google. Even fewer predicted Nvidia's extraordinary rise decades later. The future rarely rewards certainty. It rewards adaptability. Maybe the better question is this: what industries become possible because of AI? What businesses become cheaper? What problems become solvable? What entirely new markets emerge that don't even exist today? Because that's where technological revolutions become truly interesting. Not in today's headlines, but in tomorrow's possibilities. Perhaps the next technology bubble isn't artificial intelligence at all. Perhaps it's our belief that we already know how this story ends. History has humbled every generation that believed the future was obvious. The railroad revolution surprised investors. The automobile revolution surprised investors. The internet revolution surprised investors. Artificial intelligence probably will too. Some companies will disappear. Others will become unimaginably valuable. Entire industries will emerge. Others will quietly fade away. The technology will continue evolving long after today's market excitement has passed. And maybe that's the most important lesson of all. The future is rarely built by those who predict it perfectly. It's built by those willing to adapt when reality inevitably changes. So here's the question. If history teaches us that every technological revolution creates both incredible winners and spectacular disappointments, what do you think investors are underestimating today?